Hey, my name is Bridget. I'm an intuitive energy healer, and I would like to share with you about 2ruEgo, Who Am I? 2ruEgo, Who Am I is a workshop that I've developed. It's based on a standard deck of cards. So what is 2ruEgo? 2ruEgo came to me one night while I was in bed. I received a message that told me I should use a standard deck of cards for my readings. I'm an energy healer, so I do readings, energy readings, and I had never used cards before, but I was told to use the standard deck of cards. So I wrote all the messages down, very excited. Oh, I don't know what this is about, but let's see where it takes me. And I didn't really understand it. And it took a couple of months later that I started to understand it. I started to use the cards, but the workshop itself came months later. I realized that through the cards, it was basically teaching me about my ego. It was teaching me about situations that I had experienced. It was teaching me about my own emotions, my own feelings, and where I was within ego in certain experiences that I had had. So the workshop got formed. It was like divinely inspired, the same as the cards came to me, divinely inspired. So basically what happened was I found that each card, so let's say the one, which is the ace. So the one would be 1 year old, 10 years old, but because it's a standard deck of cards, it would also include the jack, the king, the queen, and the joker. So at 1 year old, which relates to the ace, at 1 year old and at 10 years old. And then at 2 would be 2 years old, would be 11 years old, and it would be 20 years old. So all the numbers relating to the ages that I were, the corresponding numbers, related to different things that had happened in my life, and that all had similar kind of emotions that were created within me. That were created in me through ego. So the numbers themselves relate to me through the ego, my emotions, my identity, who I believe myself to be, what I believe myself to be. And then, which creates the stories. And then we have the lessons. And the lessons were what I was teaching through the cards, what I had grown from these experiences. And that was coming from higher self. So we have the stories, we have the lessons, ego, higher self, and then we have the tools, which was a way of me being able to bring ego, bring higher self together in alignment for me to be able to feel balanced, for me to be able to create better relationships, a better work environment, a more abundant life, a happier life, feeling more joyful. I get up in the morning excited to start my day. So this workshop basically come through my own life experiences, through my ego, through my higher self, and the tools that I have used to be able to move from a low vibration, which is ego, to a higher vibration, using both my ego and higher self, because ego is very important. As much as we don't like to admit that we have ego, it is very important to us. It helps us to know what we like. It helps us to know what we don't like. It helps us to be able to understand contrasts. And without that, we wouldn't know what we like, what was good, what wasn't good towards ourselves. So everything that we experience is important to us, as challenging as it may seem at the time. It is important. And this workshop basically enables you to be able to get in complete contact with your ego, understand your ego, have compassion for your ego, have understanding for your ego, have love for your ego, so that you're not battling against the ego, because the ego likes control. It keeps us in resistance. It likes habits. It likes comfort zones. It likes everything that it's known before. But most of us don't want to live how we've lived before. We want to grow. We want to expand. We want to create, because that's what we were born here to do, create. So this workshop helps you to really understand deeply who your ego is, what your ego believes. It helps you to understand who your higher self is, what your higher self believes, and really start working with the two to be able to find that alignment that allows you to be. So 2ruEgo allows you to really connect to all sides of yourself so that you're able to be in alignment with yourself, that you're able to overcome challenges, not sit in a problem, which is here in low vibration with ego. I can't do this. I'm not worthy of this. I'm not deserving of this. I can't do this. To letting go of all of that and moving into a higher position where you're able to see clarity, where you're able to be in focus, where you're able to find solutions and be in the frequency of solutions. So it's not that you even find the solutions, it's that the solutions are presented to you when you let go of viewing the problem. So the whole workshop is based on you really finding that understanding of where you are within the ego and higher self, so that you're able to work from a place that is aligned rather than from a place that is in ego and will not allow you to see anything other than everything you can't do, all your limitations that you feel you have, all the beliefs that you have that are just stifling you. It allows you to create. It allows you to believe in the creations that you are creating, because we're always creating. There is, even when you're here, you're still creating. You're creating a world based on the reality that you're viewing. When you're here from higher self, you do not see your reality the same as what the ego does. The reality is very different, because the higher self knows that everything is happening for a reason. Everything that we experience is to teach us. So, as I said, the workshop comes with the stories, the lessons, and the tools. It is not an easy workshop. I do have to state that, because I've experienced it. So it's from me that I'm sharing it. It is not an easy workshop. You do have to put commitment into yourself. You do have to put love into yourself, and you will have to give yourself around 10 minutes, minimum 10 minutes a day towards yourself. Only 10 minutes. That 10 minutes will make a huge difference to where you're going, to what you're doing, to what you experience, to how you experience. And it will create a world in which you're just happier. You're able to overcome things that you never believed that you would be able to overcome. It will allow you to experience life in a more heavenly way, rather than feeling like you're in hell, like nothing is working for you, that nothing goes your way. That's ego perspective. The workshop teaches you to work from a perspective that you're able to see from higher self, and you're able to bring your ego to higher self, that you're able to overcome any challenge that's put in front of you. You're in alignment, complete alignment with yourself. You're in alignment with the universe. You're feeling connected, and you have trust in your journey. You have complete joy for the journey, rather than focusing on objectives, focusing on the destination all the time, which would be ego. Focusing objectives on destination, it means that you're always focused there. So the journey actually to get there always feels stressful, always feels like a challenge, always feels like it's something that you're having to go through rather than wanting to experience it. And I want you to get to a place, I would encourage you to get to a place to be able to enjoy your journey, because that's what life is about, the journey. Life is about living. It's not about destinations. It's not about fulfilling objectives. It's about living each moment as it comes and enjoying each moment as it comes, and finding that inner peace, that calm, that pleasure, that contentment of just being where you are in any given moment, and knowing that that moment is the best moment for you. You're learning everything you need to from that moment, and it will empower you for everything that you experience in future. This workshop teaches the law of attraction, which helps you to be able to understand how to attract what it is that you're looking for, rather than what you're not looking for, which is, like I said, most people focus on the reality that they see at this moment and feel that they're going to create something different by focusing on that reality. It's impossible. We create by what we think and feel about situations, about experiences, about whatever it is that's going on within us. So for you to get to the point of creating a world where you feel amazing within it, and you feel that you are actually creating a wonderful place for you to be in, means that you have to start putting energy and effort into focusing on them places. So that will be gone into in depth. And there's lessons of teaching about love, loving yourself, loving outside of yourself unconditionally. There's lessons of trust. There's lessons of compassion. There's lessons of opportunities and how we view opportunity. It will teach you about your beliefs inside of you. It will teach you whether your beliefs are actually working for you. It will teach you ways of overcoming your own limiting beliefs and being able to see from broader perspectives that allow you to live a more fulfilling life. 2ruEgo, as I said, I'm in love with it. It is my passion project. It is something that was developed divinely. It is something that I feel the need to share with everything I have, because it was given through me. It was given for me to be able to share, to be able to encourage, to be able to support, to be able to guide, to be able to love you unconditionally, and to offer what you need to be able to overcome your own limitations, your own self, your own worries, your own anxieties, your own doubts, your own beliefs. It creates major shifts within inside of you, and I know it works for a fact because I'm here sitting in front of you. If it did not work, I would not be able to be here, because number one, I do not like being on the camera. As much as some of you might have even seen me on lives, I do the lives. It took me like 2 years to get over the fear of doing the lives. But here I am creating this video. This is me coming out of resistance, creating this video. It's not something that I am necessarily extremely comfortable doing, but I am doing it because I know what this workshop does. I know what it means to experience this workshop, and I know what it can bring into your life. It is an amazing workshop. And I do truly believe that, because, as I said, I see where I am at this point, and I am blown away by myself. I am blown away by my own limitations being blown away. So I know what it can do for you. And as I said, it just takes 10 minutes of you committing to yourself, 10 minutes each day, a minimum of 10 minutes each day, committing to yourself, that will create huge, major shifts in you. And from in you, that transcends to everything in your world. If this sounds like something that you are interested in, and you feel that I am the person that you would like to work with, then please feel free to contact me. I do have a free discovery call that you're able for us to have a conversation, get to know each other, and see if you have any doubts and you would like to get to know me more, or for us to get to know each other more, then you can book that. It is at your convenience. And if you feel ready, steady, go, 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 number 4, if you feel ready, then I am here. I am waiting for you, and I am excited to work with you. We have 4 packages available. I will put the links below for you to be able to check them out. It states exactly what you're going to experience within the time that we work together. And again, if you have any questions, then please feel free to ask. I am so excited to working with you. You have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.